Hello guys. So today I'm going to give you the brief introduction about the packaging specification. What is exactly the packaging specification? Packaging. There is a keyword called packaging. Now I'm going to explain you in two phases. For an example, I will take an example with the manufacturing industry. Another example I will give you with the store or like warehouses, big stores. Okay. So for an example, see carefully. Suppose this is a factory which manufacture the chips packets. Chips packets like uh, potato chips, some kind of chips packets. They manufacture the chips specifically. So, okay. So suppose there is a person or worker or resource, okay, he is going to pack the chips, or he has assigned to work, or like we have the n number of workers, they are assigned to do the packing kind of things, okay, in the factory. Then we talk about, and suppose this is the warehouse, okay. This in this warehouse we will come later, okay. First we come to the manufacturing side. So this person, the person A, job is to do some kind of specific like for an example job. For an example, let's consider this is a chips packet. In the chips packet, these are the chips, these are the potato chips. For an example, this person A job is to pack these chips into the packets, okay. So here if we see, because on the chips, suppose this is are the chips, potato chips, on the chips, when you open the packet, you see it has some kind of red chili or spices, okay, and also you see some kind of salt, they put salt, okay. And before we need to fry this into the particular temperature, we need to fry this, okay. Now it has been fried. Now we're talking about the packaging side, okay, not the manufacturing like how we do. Let's talk about the packaging side, okay. So this person need to assign which kind of work to pack these chips into the packet, okay. This we call nothing but elements. This way, this task which is he is going to do perform, we call elements. Elements means which kind of task he is going to be performed with the chips or with these chips packets. This we call, you consider, remember this, elements. And if we see this is the packet, plastic bags, it comes under the auxiliary material, okay. So like higher department will give the instruction to him, go and pack these chips like into the 100 packets, okay. So this is nothing but an element. Now suppose this is another person, person B, okay. He is also going to assign the same task with this chips packet to pack the chips inside the chip like plastic packets. It happens through the machines, but I am going to explain you to make you more understand how the packaging specification work, okay. Now this is a person B, he is also going to do the same task. Person C is also going to do the same kind of task. So we assign these three person in one element group. Means in this element groups is nothing but a collection of tasks, collection of elements. Elements means the task, the workers they are going to be performed, okay. So here, if we see here, sometimes if you see when you open the chips packet, it has small chips, like small packets inside these plastic packets. One big chips packet contains multiple small chips packets. Then it has the different flavor. Like suppose this is high, like this is like barbecue with the salt. This is like red chili. This is with the green chili flavor. So here we can see one packet contains small packets. Okay, then each and every chips contain different kind of spice and salt is the common. So the first point is element group contains actions, task. So these are the warehouse or these are the factory workers. They are assigned to the particular group, in the same group, to pack this. Another point is, now we will see there is a one packet, another small packet. These are the labels. Label 1, or these are the labels, label 2, or we can consider this is the 11 for an example. Labels, how many labels are there? So in this label, for an example, we are going to pack this chips into the small plastic packets. Then this packet will be packed into the big auxiliary packet or the plastic packets. So if I will show you here how many things come into the picture, we have the elements, we have the element group. I'm talking about the extended warehouse management packaging specification, and it contains small packets. So if the person consumer, he will open this packet, then he will find this is the like chips with the very high spice and with the red chili. If he will open with the like barbecue taste, and if he will open this, he will find this is the packet with like this is the chips with normal salt, just salt. Okay, so these are the labels. These packaging things are the labels. Now what happens? So as we understand, and now for an example, everything has been done. So this person is going to pack this around. So this person has like made 200 chips packet, this person for an example. Now we are going to pack these things, this, or for an example 200 packets in a box. Suppose this is a big box, and we are going to put this 200 packets into this box. And suppose this warehouse here, we require this kind of 10 boxes. 10 boxes we require. In each box we have 200 eaches. Okay, 200 quantity we have in single box. Then we require 10 boxes. Okay, so the thing is, we are packing all these packets, small packets, into the one like multiple boxes, and that boxes we put into one full HU in full pallet. So this is one of full HU. Okay, with full HU with how many quantities? Suppose we have here 1 2 3 boxes. This box contains 200 packets. This box also contains 200 packets. This box also contains 200 packets. So now 2 2 2 600. So suppose this our warehouse now require 600 quantity eaches of the chips packet to be sold to the customers. Okay, now what they do, they have put this packets into the truck. Or for an example, another example I will give you. Without packing these packets 200 into the directly into the box, they send through the one lorry, like 600 packets directly they put into the plastic packets into the lorry, and they send to the warehouse. When we do here inbound process, then for an example, in the warehouse workers, they need to pack these packets, means like this entire one chips packet which contains 3 different chips packets into the where he will pack like into the full HU. Okay, in the box first they will put into the box, then they will put into the full HU, then they will do the outbound to send to the customer. Another example I will give you here. For an example, in the factory, or this is suppose a factory. Okay, this is the manufacturing factory. This is, you can consider an smoke, and this is the warehouse. Okay, it has gates. Okay, so now for an example, at the time of the manufacturing, when they put the salt, because after frying this chips, here we need to put the, so suppose there is a 3 packets. Here in the 3 packets there is a chips. Suppose this is the chips, multiple chips, and before this process, this person, for an example, is required, when the chips come out from the like fryers, then when it getting like cold, then they need to put the salt, and also few of the workers from the different element groups, they are performed to put the chili spices. Few of the workers from the different element groups, elements means the actions the perform is going to perform, the different people from the different from the different element group, they are going to perform to putting the barbecue like some kind of sauces on the chips, like, or like dry sauces. Barbecue, we have the dry sauces also, not the liquid, to put on the chips. So these things like putting the salt, putting the chili, putting this like a barbecue sauce on the particular on product, this we call as a work steps. So how many things came into the picture? Labels. This is the label, this is the label, this is also label. This product, when we put something salt, it comes under to the work steps. And also these are the elements, means suppose I am going to give the instruction to this person A, go and pack the chips into the plastic packets. So means I am sending one elements towards him, so he will be perform the same actions. Suppose there is a 10 person who is going to perform same kind of activity. For now I will give you one more example. Suppose there is a 10 warehouse or 10 factory workers. They need to, what they need to do, they just need to put the salt and red chili on the chips. This is the red chili. So I will put these 10 person into one element group, and I will take a description, red chili plus sauce. This element group I will assign to this people. So what they will do, they will go and perform this action, and when they are putting the salt and the like some kind of chili on the particular product, at runtime we call this is the work steps, the work they are performing. Okay, now another example I will give you. Now suppose you are going to buy one bearing for your vehicle, some bearings for your car, for the wheels, because wheels also contains internally bearings. Okay, your steering contains bearings. Okay, so you're going to buy one bearing. Okay, so the bearings, if you open the box, you see there is a plastic packet. Under this plastic packet, why they put plastic, or suppose this is the we can consider as a paper packet which printed with the bearing company bearing name, and suppose this is the plastic packet. In the plastic packet we have the bearing. Okay, suppose 3 mm dia bearing for an example. Okay, so this outer packet, we have the label 1. You can consider label 1. You can consider this is the plastic packet. Why we put the plastic bearing inside the plastic? To protect it from the moisture. Okay, and now suppose this is the person in the industry which is assigned to put some kind of wax or grease inside this bearing. So this is nothing but a resource I can consider. The element, what he is going to do, he is going to perform to put the grease, we take as an element I will consider, and these are the labels. Okay, these are the labels, or these are the auxiliary materials, like these are. And suppose if you open that packet, you see there is a bubble wraps. That means this is come to the auxiliary materials, and the activity which he is going to perform. Now suppose there is a warehouse company, there is a company, so they require in the warehouse 10 quantity or 100 quantities. So the methodology or terminology I can say to pack this much of bearing packets, this is a suppose complete bearing packet, how we pack into the full particular a full pallet, and then we send it to the customer via transportable unit. So this is a small example, quick example, but in the real time we implement the same. We have the steps, how we perform these steps in the real time, and in case of the inbound delivery, how we perform the packaging specifications. So more things are there, but I will cover in the class. So these are the things. So for an example, your warehouse require 100 quantity, okay, or for an example, let's consider your warehouse require 40 quantities of these bearings. Let's consider 40. So how we pack like each and every box, how much quantity should contain to send it to the customer. Okay, so each box contain, for an example, 10 quantity, each is 10 quantity, 10 quantity, 10 quantity. Okay, now 1 2 3 4 40 quantities. For an example, we put in one box, and before putting the 40 quantities, suppose this is a big 4 boxes, so before putting the 4 boxes onto the pallet to making as an complete handling unit, what they need to do, first they need to put these small bearing packets which I show you in the previous example, 1 2 3 4 5. Another example. So before making a complete HU, we need to put this small, suppose one bearing, in this another box 2 bearing, another box we have the 3rd bearing, another box we have the 5 bearing. Okay, now 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, these are the 10 bearings. Complete box contains the packaging specification, auxiliary material, everything. So here the technique is to put how much customer require, the quantity, and to put all these packets, all these bearing packets into one big box. Okay, so this you can consider like a box 1, packaging material box 1. Like we have total how many quantities the customer require, 40 quantity. So in this box, this is for an example, you can consider the wooden box or like as a paper box. So how many boxes do we require? So this contains 10 quantity. Okay, so customer required total 40 quantities. So 10, this type of 4 boxes we require to place into the pallet. So these things, this is a material I shown you when the warehouse workers, or if they do this perform in the warehouse or like outside the warehouse, putting the waxing on the bearings or like some kind of this comes into the value added services. And also we consider this is nothing but a work steps. Work, just remember work steps. Okay, and this is the level. this box packing, this technique is labels. Okay, this is the label, this is an header part you can consider. Or when you put these boxes, suppose one box with the 10 quantity of the bearing. Now I am going to pack it to the one pallet, like full pallet, complete pallet, we call an HU handling unit. So one box I put here, second box I put here, three box I put here, fourth I will put here, fifth, sorry, we don't require, only four boxes we require. Okay, the pallet is big, or we can take the small pallet, depends. Then we will do the wrapping. This wrapping technique is also comes into the when we perform this outside lamination. I can say this is nothing but auxiliary material. Okay, one kind of value added services. So guys, this is the demo class, and you can consider it contains 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Each box contains 10 bearing boxes, small boxes. Like now 10 10 10 10, total 40 quantity. We send it to the warehouse. They will receive, or if they want to, for an example, they need to open this HUs, or like they will perform more kind of tasks that will come into the other processes. Thank you guys. If you want, you can like, subscribe, you will get the more videos. Thank you. Demo videos, this is just demo. Thank you.